Hey, if I have a special offer from Genesis of Conway, do I really need to do it like normal car ads and yell at you? Let's try this. Right now, Genesis of Conway is holding a signature event. $1,000 signature bonus cash on every vehicle. This includes the 2025 model GV80 and GV70. Those are the new arrivals. Amazing, I know. See, I didn't need to shout. Oh, but you will when you discover Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury, today.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
Bills got you crying? Hire the Bankruptcy Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of bankruptcy beasts. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all bankruptcy-related legal matters. Hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
.1037 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KABC Little Rock.
Looking for a pickup truck that works as hard as you do? Watney Chevrolet in Jacksonville has you covered. Right now, get behind the wheel of a powerful Chevy Silverado and enjoy no payments for 90 days. These trucks are built for strength, safety, and unbeatable performance, making them the perfect partner for any job. Don't wait. Head over to Watney Chevrolet at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville for your test drive, or explore our inventory online at GuadneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Companies are shifting their telephone systems to the cloud, and you should too. ESI eCloud PBX has everything you need. Features like work from anywhere, video calls, and advanced security tools make ESI eCloud PBX one of the best choices for any business. Opt out of the high cost of your traditional phone system and move to the cloud. Sign up for an online demo at nsgdv.com and get your system activated at no charge.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
You've been listening to Arkansas Razorback Basketball on your home for the Hogs in Central Arkansas. 1037 The Buzz. This broadcast was presented by Kaufman by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Blackman Auctions, Lion Legal Services, Malvern National Bank, Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Genesis of Conway, Gwatney Chevrolet, Network Services Group, First Security, Chris Crane Hyundai, Edwards Food Giant, Expressway Airport Parking, and Low T Center.
Arkansas steals the ball. Nelly to the other end and a one-hand jam. John L. Davis with the dunk.
With another edition of Arkansas basketball in the books, it's time to break down the game from every angle.
Boogie's open in the corner. Flan for three. It's good, and Arkansas leads.
This is the 1037 The Buzz Arkansas basketball postgame show.
Pass knocked away at the horn. The shot's no good from Gale, and Arkansas wins it. Defense at the end gives the Razorbacks a 2-point win over Michigan.
Here is your host, Josh Neighbors.
Boogie launches a three, and he banks it in from the left wing. Flan with the three. Florida's still got to throw the ball in with 4.3 to go. But the Gators are going to win this ball game, 71-63. They throw it into Alexis, and that's it.
Yep, another tough one for the Razorbacks tonight. It was a 71-63 loss against the Florida Gators for Arkansas. 0-3 in SEC play. They're 0-2 at home. So, I mean, this is absolutely not the start you wanted, and there's a whole lot of things to address, particularly on the offensive end of things. Let's take care of some admin first. This is the Arkansas Basketball postgame show on 1037 The Buzz. I am your host, Josh Neighbors. You can get in touch with us on the D3 Auto Sales text line, 501-661-1037. You guys can find me on Twitter, at @JoshNeighbors_, and also find us at 1037 The Buzz. And then you can find us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, X. I think I got them all. I think all those, Facebook, yeah. So all those places you can watch, because up there we have the stats from the game. So I use Stat Broadcast. It's got trends. It's got a lot of good numbers that you want. So we have the split box up on YouTube if you want to go and check that out. Very helpful. Nice tool as you kind of go along, and we talk about some of these numbers and some of these stats. So Arkansas is now 0-3. Heard Cal talk about it after the game and where the team's at and why they're at where they are at. I think the frustration for him is that, and he tried to sell it as, this team has to come together. They need some more fight. They need some more fire. This team is, it's a bunch of hired guns. And I'm not somebody typically uses the NIL thing as a problem, but this team had a lot of coalescing to do in a pretty short period of time, and they've not done it. And there's some on-court stuff, and there's some off-court stuff. Not off-court necessarily, but like some more big-picture stuff. Also, if you want to call the show, 501-661-1037. We'll get to all of your calls and texts. So, yeah, I would say there's a few issues here with what's been going on, obviously, for Arkansas. But this looks like a group that does not know how to play with each other. They don't look like it's getting any better. I mean, you could argue the offense has kind of gotten worse from game one. The first few minutes of both the Ole Miss and the game tonight against Florida looked really, really good. And then things really petered off after that. And it's kind of a repeat of what we said the other night. The big problems for Arkansas are is that they can't shoot. They cannot shoot threes. And the teams that don't do well in modern basketball are the ones that can't shoot. Florida ends up at 40. Let's see, I think they ended up, they were 29% from three. And Arkansas ends up they end up 10 points below that. So Florida's sub 30% three-point shooting. That's terrible. And Arkansas was 10 points lower than that. There was a point in the first half where Florida was 2 for 12 from beyond the arc. And still, they were winning the game I think it was by like 3 or 4 at that point. But Arkansas has no scoring punch. They've got guys who can score, but they don't score in bunches. They don't score collectively. They're not opening stuff up. It's not like Boogie's on a roll. We got to stop Boogie, and then it opens something up for somebody else. No, that they are stagnant on offense. They have guys who are scoring. Like Thero does a ton of work on the glass, but it's not a offensive rebounds, second chances, whatever. Free throw line, but he's not a 3-point shooter, and so it's hard to just keep shooting twos over and over and over again. Like, you have to be able to shoot 3-pointers. And I ran some numbers on Arkansas against power conference opponents. So ACC, let's see, whoever else they played. Baylor, Miami, Illinois, then the 3 SEC games. They shoot 31% from 3 against those power opponents coming into the game tonight. And they were a lot worse. They don't generate any open looks from 3. And Boogie's offense was terrible tonight. And we said this last game, and he's a good player. So this last game, we'll say it again. They need to find more creative offense than Boogie Flan handling the ball. One luxury John Calipari has had his entire career is the fact that the guards that he has had have been spectacular at shot creation. Whether it's a John Wall, a Devin Booker, a Malik Monk, a De'Aaron Fox. I mean, you go on and on and on. Even the Harrison twins, who are not excellent pro players, were still good college players and good shot creators. Boogie Flan is searching for offense, and a lot of times that offense he finds are contested runners and floaters, and he makes some tough twos, but his shooting stats the last couple games especially, look like somebody who's taking tough shots and hitting a few of them, but he's taking tough shots. He's 5 of 20 last game, 4 for 13 tonight. Had 4 assists, only 1 turnover in 34 minutes. And John L. Davis was terrible. He was 0 for 8, 0 for 5 from 3 in 20 minutes, 3 turnovers, but he's still in the corner. This team offensively is a complete train wreck. And they would get back into the game a little bit, but they would miss this is the other thing we have to talk about, because their defense looks good. Their defense, actually, their numbers continually on defense are very strong. Their rebounding is horrific. It's costing them not the games, but maybe being close in the games. This is the second game in conference they've had where they held an opponent below 40% shooting and lost. And the first one, Tennessee, they lost by a lot. So they've got, and that's the thing about basketball that's kind of nice, is that football, there's some disadvantages that you really just can't scheme around and get around, right? If a team's just more physical than you, if a team's got a guy like a Jamar Chase, just what are you supposed to do? A Derrick Henry, right? What are you supposed to do? In basketball, everybody's got to box out. Everybody can box out, because what boxing out is you have some awareness. You know where the guy is behind you. You turn, you put your 2 cheeks on him, you box him out, and to get around you, he has to commit a foul, or man, does he have to work hard. And sometimes the ball does not bounce your way. But I really, tonight, when I was watching this game, looked to see what guys were doing when the ball went up. And also looking to see what the guys were doing when they were off ball, because a couple times the guys got caught. But ball watching is a lot of what Arkansas is doing. Arkansas has got good athletes on the team. Trevin Brazile, good athlete. Adu Thero, excellent athlete. Boogie Flan's a very good athlete. All of these guys are strong athletes. The issue Arkansas is having at this moment in time is the fact that those guys are relying on their athleticism, and they're not playing the way you're supposed to. The shot goes up, and they're like, well, I'm tall and athletic and rangy, and I've always been rebounding, so I'm gonna get this board. Not the case. You have to box out. It's happened now twice. And look, here's the thing about Florida and Tennessee. They're good teams. Part of the reason is they can go on the road, shoot sub 40% from the floor, shoot sub 30% from beyond the arc, and still win the game and be leading for, let's see what the stats are about how long they led for. 29 minutes, nearly 30 minutes of the game, Florida was leading. The reason why is they took care of the stuff in the margins. They out-rebounded. Now, the rebounding margin was not, it was not crazy because Arkansas fought them in that area, but 49-39. And in this game, 16 offensive boards, which led to, offensive rebounds are great. Arkansas was in the fight offensive rebounding wise, 16 to 15. But here's the deal. The second chance points, 19 to 6. The whole point of the offensive rebounding is keeping possessions alive and then finding ways to turn those possessions into points. It felt like more often than not, that's what Florida was able to do. They hit some threes off. The 3-point shots off of offensive boards are complete killers, especially against Arkansas, who cannot shoot threes, right? You have to make sure you mind your P's and Q's when you aren't a very good 3-point shooting team. And they didn't do that tonight. Once again, 501-661-1037. We'll step aside here. We'll come back. And when we do, take your calls, take your texts, go through some more of these numbers. Talk about what more Arkansas can do to make things happen because, man, they're in some rough shape right now. They are in some seriously rough shape. And they've got 2 road games coming up. They've got LSU and they've got Missouri, 2 lower to mid-tier teams in this league, but it doesn't matter because Arkansas looks like a lower-tier team themselves. Got talent, can't shoot, can't rebound, look lost on offense, frustrated coach. There's a whole lot wrong with the Hogs right now. They're trying to figure it out. And we'll come back and talk about that here on the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. David, thank you for your passion and hard work on Morning Mayhem and your many other endeavors. And you can catch the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year along with Roger, Justin, and Josh right here on the Buzz on Morning Mayhem, weekdays from 6 to 10. Congrats, Baz, and here's to a great 2025.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For a free insurance review, see Shelter agent Jeff Hodge or Jay Helm in Little Rock or Bo Beavis in Cabot.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Oh, yeah. This the real one, baby.
Feels like it's all falling down right now for the Razorbacks basketball team. They are now 11-5, 0-3 in SEC play. They lose to Florida 71-63. Josh Neighbors here on the Arkansas Basketball postgame show on 103.7 The Buzz. 501-661-1037 is how you get in touch with us on the D3 Auto Sales text line. Also, you can call us at that same number as well, 501-661-1037. So let's get some of these texts, and I'm glad this person from the 501 makes this point. Hey, Josh, the on-the-court problems, but you mentioned off-the-court problems. Could you please specify? So I'm glad this person brought it up. I did not mean that this team has off-court issues. What I was saying was there's more of a big picture idea that's a NIL and portal one, but there's other teams that are really strong that use the portal. The issue is Arkansas's collection of players have not played together, and it's this weird mix. Like, their guy who handles the ball the most is a 19-year-old. And what they've done to give the 19-year-old the ball is push a Final Four fantastic guard in John L. Davis off the ball, and he's played poorly, yes, but he's also in a position he's not used to. And then you've got a guy like Adu Thero who has just discovered all this new offensive skill. Trevin Brazil, who's just changed the way he's playing. Adu's probably playing the way he's played before, but also he's got new guards, right? Jonas Adu's been running pick and roll as a Zakai Ziegler for, 2 or 3 years. So those are the guards that he's used to. Big Z was hurt last season, didn't play very much. Hurt some this year, doesn't play a ton. Knox and Richmond are bench freshmen. So they're trying to find their way into college basketball and also find their way on this team. And then DJ Wagner's been, his offense. I mean, he's a good player. He might end up being a pretty good player. He was one of those potential guys. I felt like with that recruiting ranking that he got. So nothing off the court that's necessarily wrong, but Cal did mention like this team's got a gel and how other guys are showing emotion and fighting and whatnot. But I would say it's more of an issue, like not the Boogie's the issue, but your team offensively is built around a 19-year-old. And also look at the guards they've played in the last 3 games. Sean Padula is probably 23 and then Brakefield, I feel like he's been around for a while, from Ole Miss. Those guys are old. Tennessee's got 3 really old guards. And then tonight, the big guys for Florida are a bit younger, but Richard, Clayton, and Martin are all seniors. The 3 guys that you would classify as guards are all seniors. So you're going up against that experience, a lot of times size, strength. And here's the thing, Boogie might end up being a good defender. His perimeter defense has not been especially good. It's not, and he's been asked to do too much on offense. This is why people talked about James Harden when he was at the Rockets. He was basically a DH, a one-way player, because he was given the ball so much on offense that how do you have energy to run an offense and play defense? It's just very, very challenging, very, very difficult to do. Also on the D3 Auto Sales text line, we've got, comments from other folks. Forget how good the players are. Coach Cal is leading the team in the wrong direction. He needs to be fired as soon as possible. Tongue-in-cheek or not, it's not possible to do. Think about basketball, kind of like baseball. There's so many games. You've got a long way to go. You need to take your time. But the hard part about that, too, is it's a lot more challenging to get better when the practices are fewer and far between, and it feels like this team needs practice. And I always mention this during the summer, during my time at Missouri when I was in school, I'd go to the gym in the summer, and you'd see guys up there from the basketball team coupled and playing together. And they're like, it was important that they played together. Or if they played apart, they were always guarding each other. Obviously, it's fair to do that. But the summertime is when you kind of learn your teammates and you play together. When the coaches, that's why those trips overseas they talk about all the time in July and August. Team will go to Italy, team will go to Spain, play some of those pro teams over there, lower level pro teams and whatnot. Kentucky used to go to the Bahamas, so those trips are important because they help you gel. And this team did not have much time to gel. They're talented enough to smoke the bad teams they play, and they smoked a lot of them, and also beat some of the good ones. Saw it against Michigan. But so far, they've played 3 really good teams that are older, and they all look better coached. Rick Barnes did a better job. Chris Beard flat out coached John Calipari. So, we had that happen, and so you go to this game tonight, Todd Golden did too, man. I mean, it just felt like Cal he's not cooked, but I wish they would kind of adapt some of their stuff. All right, we'll go to the phones. I can't screen calls, obviously, in here. So, caller, what's your name?
Hey, this is Toby calling from Little Rock.
How are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. I just want to say ditto and right on to everything that you have been saying in terms of your analysis. I'm the same way. I don't know what's wrong with Calipari. I mean, Boogie fan, his name sounds nice and flashy, and he has some good moments. But honestly, how many other members of that family team that Johnny R. Davis played for that went on to a pro? Probably none. But guess what? They were a Final Four team. And, so Davis, obviously, he's a great player. But if you're playing him out of position, well, what do you expect from him? He's obviously very uncomfortable where you have him right now. And then again, as you said, like I was watching some of that Iowa State game today. Iowa State does not have a great team, but they are a well-coached team. On that last play, okay, they sent it into overtime. The guy drove the lane, dished it off to the big man. He knew exactly where he was supposed to be. Our team, we don't have any kind of chemistry. And, I've got to lay that at the foot of Calipari. And, of course, he owns it, but because he owns it does not make it true. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this team, but they just don't have it. Not only that, my last comment, you are at home. Now, the other night when Ole Miss came in, they were ranked number 23. Previously, we were too. But we were, once again, we were outcoached and outplayed. And you're right, on the rebounding, it's atrocious. And unless we can stop looking and guarding more, we're not going to get there. We're just not. So Calipari has to do a better job. I think he needs to take the ball out of Boogie Flan's hand and put it in the hands of Davis or somebody in a position he's used to playing and shake the team up a little bit. And I think he sees some changes.
Yeah, so I'm with you on a couple things. You mentioned the Iowa State-Texas Tech game. So those guards, Taman Lipsey and Keyshawn Butler, have been together for a while. They played both together last year. TJ Otzelberger brought them in. You're totally right. That's what good teams look like. And the one thing about Iowa State is they defend home court. Hilton is an impossible place to go in and win. So, also, Cal said the crowd was good today. Crowd sounded good today, so that was all good. I think people were worried about that. It was totally fine. But, yes, this team has issues about playing guys out of position and whatnot, but all these good teams we're talking about have older guards. All of them. Hey, Rutgers has 2 guys I think are going to be lottery picks this year. It's Harper and Bailey. They're 10-8, 9-8, 8-8. So the thing about college basketball, this is why NIL has helped teams. There's a lot of guys in college hoops right now who would have gone to the NBA before, maybe gone undrafted, maybe been on a 2-way, whatever. But now they can make money in college. They're staying longer. And it's helped a lot of these teams out. You're seeing a ton of teams that are just incredibly old. And old is good because you know what? You've been around just seeing games, being in games, losing games helps you learn how to win games. And Arkansas does not have a lot of guys who know how to win games right now. It's just an odd collection that does not fit very well together. And here are Boogie's numbers so far in SEC play. 5 of 15 for 12 points against Tennessee. 5 for 20 against Ole Miss with 14 points. 4 for 13 tonight against Florida. So, that's 33%. That's, then 25%, and then whatever 413 is. And look, if you watch his shot selection, it shows he's not missing open shots. He's taking contested shots. Also, you guys can leave your comments on YouTube, X, Twitch as well. Let's see. Yeah, so somebody says rebounding and shooting, you can't really coach that at this level. I would say, people always say rebounding is effort. The one difference I would say with that is offensive rebounding is effort because that's pursuit of the basketball. Defensive rebounding is like turning to your opponent, because the thing is, okay, if you're 2 passes away, your guy's a bit further away. So you need to have an awareness of where your guy is, then turn, locate, find, put a body on him. Or if he's flying in, do your best to do it, because sometimes it's hard if they have a run and start from the outside, right? But there is a technical side of defensive rebounding, and Arkansas players, either whether it's instruction or not, they just don't seem very interested in that. And that's a massive problem, because they've got way too much size to be getting crushed on the glass like this. And the issue is, too, their guards get lost because I think they're trying to get in the break, because the only area Arkansas is good offensively is transition. They're so excited to get in the break that they're not checking the guys and making sure the possession's finished. So there are these open kickouts for threes, and they're knocking down second chance threes. Would love to see the number of second chance threes Florida hit today, because I felt like Arkansas would cut it to 6 or 5, whatever it was. They would get a stop, per se, but it'd be an offensive rebound, kick out, and then a make, which would bury them. All right, we'll go through some final numbers when we get back, and then we'll take a gander at what's happening in the SEC today, and we'll then look ahead what's next for the Hogs. This is the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show on The Buzz.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
For 54 years, you've trusted Sigma Supply for all your packaging and shipping needs. And now, as part of Brady Plus, they've got even more to offer. From janitorial supplies, facility essentials, and food service disposables, Sigma Supply has you covered. And ordering is a breeze with over 50,000 new products online at sigmasupply.com. And do not forget to call sales manager David Breitenberg at 1-800-264-1661 and ask for the Buzz discount. Remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply, you've got low-grade product, man.
Say yes to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette Wedding Show, Sunday, January 19th at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock. VIP tickets are now available, and they will get you and a guest entry to our exclusive Wedding Show Collective event held the Saturday before the wedding show. VIP perks include t-shirt, tote, new swag, custom labels, prizes, reserved seating at the stage, and early entrance into the event. A limited amount of these tickets are on sale now at arkansasbridalcommunity.com or find us on Facebook at ADG Wedding Show.
The man known for creating sports awards has finally earned his own. The entire Buzz team would like to congratulate our own David Basil on being named the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. David, thank you for your passion and hard work on Morning Mayhem and your many other endeavors. And you can catch the Arkansas Sports Broadcaster of the Year along with Roger, Justin, and Josh right here on The Buzz on Morning Mayhem, weekdays from 6 to 10. Congrats, Baz, and here's to a great 2025.
Some vehicles are simply made. Cadillac vehicles are made to be iconic. And whether that's being made to be vibrant in an all-electric Lyriq, made to be epic in a luxurious Escalade, or made to be thrilling with the dynamic performance of CT4 and CT5, Cadillac is always made to be bold. Because icons aren't just born, they're made. Visit your local Cadillac showroom today.
Gathering Spaces is showing up and showing off. This is Pat Bradley for Whit Davis Limo Plus. You want paint that stands the test of time and color that stays true. Premium, high-hiding, and scrubbable Valspar Medallion paint goes on as easily as it cleans up to give your home's high-traffic areas the beautiful, lasting color they deserve. You can find Valspar paint at Whit Davis in Jacksonville, Sherwood, and Greenbrier. One coat coverage, maximum durability. Valspar paint.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solution is now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken and dressing for only $7.99 per pound, with sweet potatoes for $4.49 per pound.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Back here on the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show on the Buzz, 71-63, Hogs fall to Florida. Another really rough one for the Hogs. Thank you all once again on the D3 Auto Sales text line, 501-661-1037. Also, it's how you can call into the show. We'll wrap up here in this segment as well. Once again, I want to thank you all for listening. Arkansas up next. They've got LSU on Tuesday night. It was pretty weird. Cal said that he didn't know they had a game Tuesday night. I thought it was tongue-in-cheek the way he said it. I think he knows that. I doubt he knows they were playing, but like that's part of the deal. What you do when you have a staff is you have assistant coaches scout ahead. So one coach is in charge of LSU, one coach is in charge of Missouri, and one coach will be in charge of whatever games after that, I forget. But that's not like totally uncommon to not be 3 opponents ahead. And look, with the way this team has gone so far, you kind of want your coach thinking about the next game because 0-4 could be on the table for Arkansas. It really could be. Somebody says, "Hey Josh, do the post-game show." Thank you very much. Arkansas is no pure shooter and can't do the main object of the game, and it's putting the ball in the basket. Team chemistry is not good either. Yeah, this is on Cal for not having good shooters because they've tried to make their corner standstill shooter a guy who is a shooting guard who is like an off the bounce attack. I mean, he's not a terrible shooter, John L. Davis, but he's not just a standstill shooter. You want one of those guys like a Jack Golke killed him last year from Oakland. You couldn't find some dude from Xavier or DePaul or somewhere who's a 39% three-point shooter and get him over to Arkansas. I know Cal likes his athletes. I know he appreciates those guys, but man, the name of the game is you gotta have a mix of everything. Got to be able to shoot, and they can't at all. I mean, Wagner can shoot, but he has not shot well. Nelly can shoot well, but he has not consistently shot well. Boogie is not, he might get him off a rotation or whatever, but his three-pointers can be step backs and whatnot, so the way that he's taking threes looks a lot different than the rest of the team. I'm trying to think about other guys in this team. Thero is not a shooter. Brazil, I think for the better, they've emphasized him getting in the interior and making things happen, but he is not a three-point shooter, as we know. Adu, not a three-point shooter. Big Z likes to shoot them, but he's not playing a whole lot anymore. So this team is completely broken offensively. Not even sure, I don't think they were correct before. They've had moments where it's nice, but I mean, against Baylor they couldn't shoot. Against Illinois they had a tough time shooting. As I mentioned before, coming into tonight's game, they were 31% from three against power conference opponents. And after tonight, it's going to be lower than that, right? Obviously, as they go, end up shooting 3 for 16 from 3. Final numbers for the Hogs in this game. Then we'll get out of here. They shot 30% from the floor, 19 from 3, and they were 69% nice from the line. Florida, 39% from the floor, 29% from 3. I mean, this is the problem, is that you were close to maybe getting back in it, but you never got within one score late in the game of a team that was sub 40, sub 30, sub 70. And they mentioned the 50-40-90 club, 50% from the floor, 40% from 3, 90% from the line, right? Well, Florida didn't make the 40-30-70 club and beat you by 8 and was leading for 30 minutes of the game. Rebound, rebound, and scoring. Basketball is math. It's not often hard, but the hard part is making the math work. And right now, Arkansas cannot make the math work. We'll see if they can do it on Tuesday night when they play LSU. Thank you all for joining us on the Arkansas Basketball Postgame Show. Glad to have you alongside with us. Once again, we'll see you on Tuesday.